Good afternoon. There's Apostle Sean Simpson. I'm sitting here to give you my review of The Birth of a Nation. My view of this movie is powerful. I'm so glad I saw it. All you people who call this brother a coon, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. This movie impacts me as a black man. As a black man, I see the strange fruit of the peculiar institution that was slavery. I preach Christ and Him crucified. But you see, there are warriors out there who will die for the truth rather than be in bondage. I saw, as a man of God, the Word of God as the sword. I saw what black men can do when they stick together. Even the boy who betrayed Nat Turner in the end became a soldier in the Civil War, fighting for the cause of freedom. In this day and age, this 2016, what does it say about you and I if we do not, cannot see ourselves as free? Willie Lynch syndrome, post-traumatic slave syndrome. You've seen it. You've heard about it. But I gotta say, it is another mental illness that affects us as a people. Right now, in our communities, we have male against female. Unfortunately, it comes from Willie Lynch syndrome. I challenge you, find the Willie Lynch letter, read it. The Making of a Slave. Read it. And you'll see why we have this dark skin, light skin issue. You see why we have the emasculation of us as men. You'll see the strength of us. I will continue to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ because I believe my faith is stronger. People use the Bible as a means to encourage slavery, as an excuse for slavery. Yet the Bible teaches me that without faith, it is impossible to please God. I'm here thinking, studying the Word of God. I'm going to say this with all sincerity. You people who deny the truth of the gospel, who denied that Jesus came in the flesh, who denied great men and women of God. I can't wait for the movie on Bishop Perry. I can't wait for the movie on Frederick Douglass. I can't wait for the movie on Reverend Dr. Henry Highland Garnett. Can't wait for the movie on Sojourner Truth. I've seen many a movie on Harriet Tubman, but it's time to put one out on Frederick Douglass. Don't want to put out a movie about a man who could not be broken by the peculiar institution of chattel slavery. Nat Turner gave his life for his people. Because he found out the truth about the Bible. Because we was only getting half of it. Not the full gospel. In this country, you want your freedom, you gotta fight for it. On a daily basis. Now, since the deaths of Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, and a host of others, only thing I can say about that is let God do what he needs to do. Let God be who he is. Let God arise and his enemies be scattered. I'm speaking somewhat in my emotions, but I have to give it to you straight. That movie, The Birth of a Nation, is one of the best movies I have ever seen since being on this earth. And I've been on this earth for 51 years. It should be required in black colleges. It should be required watching in any black history class. Challenge you. Read the movie. Write a report on it. Those of you in high school. Those of you in your first year of college. Taking U.S. history. And you take U.S. history. Make sure you deal with our history in U.S. history. We've been in this country since 1619. Let us now not cause our ancestors to say to us that they're ashamed of us. Because we're acting like slaves out there on the street, though we're free. Selling poison to one another. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know you got to make $1, but there's better ways and legal ways to make $1. And you can't blame the white man for that. You're doing that to us. You made the choice. And there should be reparations for black folk in this country. They did it for the Asian. A refugee comes into this country, gets a whole bunch of money to start up a business. And you wonder why? We need to start our own businesses again. I grew up in a time where there were black grocery stores, where there were black owned restaurants, where there were black owned, I said black owned, whatever you need to do. Be legitimate in what you do. But for those of you who are out there selling drugs, prostituting yourselves, and I hate to use the term, you are a coon. You are a coon. Gangbanging, you're a coon. Drug dealing, you're a coon. Because you can't, you want to do what? Fighting for some piece of land that you don't even own? Wear it. Wear it. Wear it well. And I still say, Jesus the Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach, is my Lord and Savior, and I'm not ashamed of it. When I read my Bible, I find out that the majority of the people in there look like you and me. And for those who say that there's no physical appearance of Jesus, y'all read Daniel again. Go read Revelation again. And see if you don't get a physical description of Jesus. He's a man of color. Think about that the next time